Welcome back to another CM Travels to those subscribers out there, and if you're new to the channel, welcome! My name is Murray Forbes and this is CM Travels. If you like the content today, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, or hit that subscribe button, then the notification bell, which will tell you when you're bringing out new content. There are also some wonderful links in the description down below where you can see our 100% organic cotton t-shirts. Join the CM Travels community and grab yourself a t-shirt. But let's get into today's video, the Z5, and whether or not it's a good enough YouTube channel video camera. Like one of our previous videos, this week's video has been inspired by you, the wonderful community, and particularly a certain individual from MegaPicSouls Media House. Thank you so much for getting in contact with me and discussing the various Z cameras and lenses that will help you out with your growing YouTube channel. I wish you the best of luck. And it's awesome to have you commenting on our videos. Thank you so much again. The main question is whether or not the Z5 can operate in a studio setting with low light. So for a comparison, I'm going to give you now some Z6 video footage. As you can see, this is in the studio setting, right where I'm sitting now. Here, we'll switch over to the Z7. Both are filming with the same autofocus settings of AF, as well as the settings set at 2.8, 1/100th of a second, and ISO 320. Both are very capable, and as you can see, waving my hand around in front of my face, that these cameras track the eye focus really well. But when I put on the Z5, we see the camera tends to search when I raise my hand in the studio setting, as seen in this video clip. This video clip is also shot at 180p, as there is a 1.7 crop. Use the 4K video setting within the camera, and while this is okay for some, I really wanted to include the background of my set, as this gives my viewers an indication as to what CM Travels is all about, the company which revolves around wildlife travel, and hence the wildlife travel pictures in the background. I do have some outside footage at 4K here, which looks pretty good, but both with the F mount to the with the FTZ adapter or a Z mount native lens, this tends to search a lot more than the Z6 and Z7, and that's just from personal experience using the camera. An important factor as well is with the kit lens, the 24-50 that comes with the Z5, it sits at f4. Now ideally you want to be shooting with one of the prime S lenses or Z mount lenses, depending on what you know about the new lenses, and I would recommend either the 24mm or the 20mm. The other prime lenses are the 35-85mm, and unfortunately the 24 and 20 are priced higher than the 35mm as well as the 85mm. I think you could get away with 35mm f1.8, but for me, ideally, if you can scratch together a couple extra $100, go with the 24mm f1.8. Why am I telling you this? Well, the lower f point means that you can push your ISO much further down. I have found that a 320 ISO is the best in terms of clarity. Also, enough light. I would like to push it further down, but I find that in post, if I try and bring up the shadows, I use iMovie editor, probably not the best, but still 320 is the ideal ISO that I've found. But if I film on the f4, at 24mm, it's not enough light. And here you'll see footage of me using the Z5 at f4 at 24mm, but the ISO is at 1250, and you can see in the corner the grain that's creeping in. So ideally, if you are going to use a Z5, try and pair it with a prime lens in a studio setting with low light. As you have seen from the outside footage that I showed you, it's fine when there's lots of light. However, it does tend to search if you turn your head away from the lens rather, and this is slightly unfortunate. With the Z7 and the Z6 this happens a lot less. Overall, the focus for me lacks a little bit compared to the Z6 and the Z7, and currently, while there still hasn't been a price drop on the Z5, I am hesitant to recommend it to you. If you click this link here, you'll head over to the Z5 video comparison review with the FTZ adapter, and again here, when you're shooting B-roll and the focus point is changing, the Z6 and Z7 are just far superior, and it's unfortunate because the Z5 image quality is really outstanding. And unfortunately, as you've probably heard already, the Z mount video features just make me hesitant to recommend it to you. I'll be interested to hear your comments down below on what you found using the Z5 on a video setting, as well as the Z6 and Z7. And you'll see here, I'm bringing you the comparison of the Z7 and the D850 with the beast of a lens, the 600mm f4. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you in the next one.